Scoutmasters. Recently, I had the great privilege and honor to serve as a senior patrol leader in a wood badge course. I'm going to cast all of this in the scouting environment, so I spend so much time there. So it's second home for me. As that senior patrol leader, I was the face of the course. I was leading people, herding people, emceeing, as you will. And that was really difficult for me because being up in front for 100% of the time is really not very comfortable. I'm more comfortable in the background and then periodically stepping forward. So that was a stretch. Last Saturday, I spent some time at an activity known as REACH. And that's a group of venturing scouts, 14 to 21, boys and girls, and their adult leaders. And they get together for training and different kinds of activities and team building, leadership, communication skills, that thing. And the focus of my conversation with the adult leaders that I had was to try and inspire them to have the confidence to take the program as it is, which is incredibly fluid, and implement it in a way that works for their youth. Because, as we all know, any particular group is not going to be completely duplicative of another one. There's going to be differences in personality, in what they want to achieve, and how they want to get there. So I wanted those leaders to take away that confidence in themselves as being leaders that could make a success for their youth and for themselves also in their own personal growth. And I wanted to inspire them to take their message, whatever it is, back to the groups that they lead, including larger groups of the adults at the council level and beyond. Because the program is designed to build leadership, competent adults, and in fact, be our leaders as we reach our golden years and beyond. So we want them to be competent. One of the things that I had spoken about in terms of this leadership role that we take on as adult leaders is that we need to make connections with each of the individuals, and they all do have different needs. During my period as an adult scout leader, I have had situations come up where I've worked with a young lady that was being beaten by her boyfriend and having to support her through going to court and obtaining a restraining order. I have had the opportunity to go to a number of Eagle Scout Courts of Honor, which are always big celebrations when our young men have reached that highest pinnacle in the Boy Scouting arena. I've also been able to be present at Silver Courts of Honor, which is the venturing equivalent, so that's available to both our young men and our young women. So I realized in these two roles that I was in fact a role model. The people in the audience, for good or ill, were looking to me for something. Not quite sure what even now. I'm still trying to digest. But what I wanted to bring back to this group is no matter what role you're playing, what your uniform is, whether it be a scout uniform or business attire, well, sans princess shoes today, we dress every day to be a role model, whether consciously or unconsciously. What we say, what we do, whether we smile at someone in the hallway or keep our eyes down, can make a huge impact on that person's day and how they're feeling about their competence and their confidence. So what kind of role model are we? And do you even believe that you are a role model? What I would like to close with is, for anyone that has children, please stand up. Wow, you're already all role models. The other categories I was going to throw out, for anyone that has colleagues or coworkers, either paid or volunteer, stand up, remain standing. Grandchildren, family members, strangers on the street, the guards at the entryway. You are a role model for those people. You all have the ability to touch those lives in ways that you can't even begin to fathom in the time that it takes to smile and say good morning, in the time that it takes to look them in the eye and say, how are you? what are you going to be as a role model? Thank you all very much for all that you do, not only for the people in this room, but all of the other lives that you touch. Kudos.